Welcome back. You're listening to 760 KFMB Love Real Estate. I am your host, Sandra Love. Co-hosting with me today, our reverse mortgage expert, Monty Howard. We're ready to go with Ron and his red hot seminar. You know, what is the seminar about? Flipping homes. I am excited to go. I know that lots of friends of mine are asking, can I come? And I'm like, of course you can come, you know, and I'm so glad that Ron, you're going to be able to do this. You know, Ron's with Pacific Financial. Again, this class is completely free. Usually you have to pay hundreds of dollars to go to something like this. This one is not. I mean, you're going to have so much information. It's going to be at the Rancho Bernardo offices, 6 p.m., August 27th. Make sure that you sign up. Go to my webpage, loverealestateradio.com, or just give me a call. Call me 888-571-9595. Okay, Ron, so thank you so much for coming on such short notice. I appreciate that you came. We ran into each other at the Padre Open House, and I said, hey, you got to come on the show again and remind our listeners, because this is what we heard at this event. You know, so I'm talking about Ron and talking about his event, and somebody there said, oh yes, I want to start doing flips, you know, I want to do that, but I need to save money first. I need to save up some money to do that. And Scott, who is sitting to my left, was there as well, and his eyeballs just got as big as mine. And Scott, what did you say?
I said, you need to go to Ron's class because he can show you how to flip, help you do the entire process without any money.
I know. I think that was an eye-opener for her. She's like, what? I don't need any money? Do they need money, Ron, to start flipping?
They don't. And we work very much like a regular lender. If they have some money to put down, it's cheaper. But if they don't, we can still do that, provided the parameters are there. And we have to be concerned about getting our money back, of course.
Right.
So we will go up to 80% of what we believe the finished product is worth.
Right.
And that other 20% takes care of their profit, the buyer's profit, as well as the closing cost.
And you know what? You guys are so good, Ron, at what you guys do. I mean, this class is just really going to be the step by step. You know, if you don't have money, can you come? Of course. You know, you don't need hundreds and thousands of dollars to start flipping. And, you know, one of the great, I think, case studies that I've done, and I'm going to call it a case study, was with RBD Ventures. You guys helped them out. You did their first, you know, flip, I think, was it?
We did. I'm not sure we were the first, but we did about 12 in succession.
Right.
And
these guys started, you know, at 2.5, 3 years ago, and they've actually flipped almost 200 homes, which is amazing, because they started out, you know, just like many of us, thinking, can I do it? Should I do it? How do I do it? Well, come out to the class. It's free. You'll learn exactly how to do this. And, you know, Ron's very, very good at what he does. He explains everything very, very well. You'll be able to, you know, learn everything about flipping. You just said how much, you said 80%?
Yes, we can go up. For example, if we believe that the home will be worth $500,000 after it's fixed up, then we will loan up to $400,000.
Perfect.
And so typically somebody will buy that home for $3 or $325, and depending on how much fixing it needs, they'll put $30,000 to $70,000 in it, and then they'll go out and sell it. And so normally, if there's not an extra 20% in it, they should not do it.
Right.
So, I mean, we have a little software program that we run, and we check the comps, and so we know what that house is going to be worth. And if they are the least bit diligent, then they should come out with very, very close to the numbers that we think they will.
And I think that, you know, it's totally possible. You know, you've given us, you know, several examples in the past. You've been here with me, and you talked about the school teacher.
Right.
And, you know, how she started. She was a complete novice. So if you're a novice and you're like, oh, my gosh, you know, I don't know anything other than watching HDTV and thinking, can I do that? And she flipped one home.
No, she's flipped 4.
4 homes. She started with 1. And can you remind me of the story? Because I think it was like, what, 15 that it was, you said it looked kind of
well, she
skinny
came
there.
in and she was still working as a teacher and found a house that she wanted to borrow, and she did have down payment. And so we looked at all the numbers for her and said, well, we're not too sure you should do this. We think you're only going to make about $15,000. And I thought that was tight. and suggested that, these things are not exact sciences. She could also lose $15,000. So she said, well, $15,000 is a lot of money to me, and I think my numbers and my values are good, and I want to do it. And so we said, okay. And
And
off
this
she
was a
went.
school teacher that really had never done this before, right?
She had never done it before.
And did she go to a class and or how did she get started? Did she
She
just come
just
to your
started.
office? Wow, that's
She-
amazing.
She started. She had. She knew somebody that was a contractor, and so she got some numbers that way. And her husband had a little bit of knowledge about it and was there to help, but he really was not in that business. And predominantly, it was just
Somebody
her
knew.
deciding to
Yeah.
go do it.
Right, perfect. So what
And-
happened? I mean, did she lose 15? Did she make 15?
No, she made, I think, 35 on that
Oh
transaction.
my gosh, so more than double.
Right. Well, more than double what she expected to start. She got help because the market started going up very rapidly at that time, and she had a construction delay, and so that added to the time, and so that all worked in her favor. So it was very good. But then she learned quite a bit from that first one, went on and did 3 more, and in a period of about 16 months to a year and a half, she netted somewhere around $120,000.
Wow, that's amazing. Sign me up. Sign me up. I'll be there.
Now, Ron, you mentioned that you plug your numbers for a potential flip into your software. Is that software available to your clients? If they contact you, can you get them that software?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have one very experienced guy, and now he just calls us. We give him the software, but prior to that, and even sometimes now, he just goes out and ties stuff up. Then he brings it over to us and says, what do you think? So we run the cops, we plug it in, we put the financing in, and we come back and tell him, yes, you can do this without bringing any money in, or you can do this if you bring this much money in. Anyway, it's a guide, and we tell him how much profit he's going to make, and sometimes he just does not go ahead with the transaction because of that. So we're like a screen for him.
Perfect. Ron, if our listeners are out there, they're thinking, oh my gosh, I want that tool. How do I get that? How do I connect with Ron? They need to call me. And will you be able to sit down with them or pick up the phone, chat with them, and plug those numbers in for them?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I'm going to give them our number. Now, Ron is going to be doing the class August 27th. It's completely free. Don't miss out. Learn how to flip homes. You just heard a great success story. Sorry. And also, he's going to, if you just call him, connect with me and say, Sandra, I want to talk to Ron. I heard him on the show. Can you plug those numbers in for me? Your, secret weapon. I'm going to call it the secret weapon. So here's the number, 888-571-9595. Again, it's 888-571-9595. Connect with Ron. Ron is my gosh, there's so much good information. We can't even, we would need like 2 hours of the show just talk on all this great information. So don't miss out. You want to make sure that you come to this free class. It's a free event. It's August 27th. It's a great opportunity. You don't want to miss out. You too can learn how to flip homes with as little as no money. This is a free event. It's an educational class. Don't miss out. Sign up right now. Pick up the phone, call me 888-571-9595. Ron is going to be there. Lots of great information. So go to my webpage, loverealestateradio.com. I want to thank Monty for being my co-host. Thank you, Monty, so much for coming on the show and talking reverse mortgage.
Always a pleasure.
And Scott, thank you for coming and talking of mortgage matters and interest rates. And we want our listeners to call, pick up the phone, buy a home, buy up, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Still a good time to refi, too.
It is a great time to refi. And Ron, I am so excited to go to your class. Thank you for giving us another success story, a refresher on the school teacher. I love it. So thank you for all the information.
Well, you're welcome, and I look forward to making some more success stories.
More success stories. I want you guys to pick up the phone. You are my next success story. I want to share with everybody how much money you made, all this great information. Pick up the phone and call me right now, 888-571-9595, 888-571-9595.